Yeah, shalawam. Everybody got it all figured out, huh? Suffering daily right in front of my face, but everybody got it all figured out though, right? You alright?
Guess I ain't talking to nobody then, huh?
Open season on all five. Huh? Ask me how do I know it's the truth? And I tell you I'm living the proof. No, it ain't the spoof. No, it's the word of the one. The blood on the cross. Then he said it is done. It's finished. John 19:30. In the valley it's dirty. But I still up in it. Still wondering how I was worthy. Had a big old hill by me. I mustered up and I started climbing. Got all the way to the tip top where I seen the far and enjoyed the climbing. But it get a little lonely. So I come back down, looking around at all of these bones still on the ground. Father asking me, son, the man, can these bones live? No, Father. Only you know a higher, I don't got no idea. He said, prophesy to him. Tell him everything you did. So I just go in and talking to him. My words only seem to offend. Most ain't trying to hear me. No. It's like ain't nothing poppin'. No. Some say I be wasting my time, but I ain't stopping. My dry wet, my bones covered with flesh. My cold turned to warm blood. My heart beat in my chest as I stood up. I'm stretched, I'm not ever depressed. I know how to be blessed. Look up, round, now kiss max. And if nobody you listen, ain't season.
I'ma prophesy to this wind.
Out of season.
I'm gonna prophesy to this wind. Son of man, can these bones live?
Whether they hear,
I'ma prophesy to this wind.
whether they forbear,
I'm gonna prophesy to this wind. He who got an ear, let them hear.
let him hear.
No time for thinking about what they be dreaming about. I just be bringing it out. I'ma prophesy to this wind.
Put it in the air.
I'ma prophesy to this wind.
Bet you a highest win.
I'm gonna prophesy to this wind.
Likes what it hears.
Hold up. Never mind, okay. Must been tripping. Thought I heard a bone clang. It was just another false alarm. Another brother making flesh his arm. Yes, man, with the gift of charm. About to switch it up, try to bring me home. And sum it up with some scripture that he done took all out of its context. It's witchcraft, it's just as bad as some baking soda in the Pyrex. Divination, familiar spirits. You spread the lie, it's the same difference. You trick the minds back to the valley. I find them there after they go missing. So I gotta endure. No, the work ain't stopping. Faith come by hearing, so I gotta keep on talking. Many really don't like that, but what do I care? I ain't speaking for them on the stage, but for them that wanna get up out of there. I command thee, your wind, from the rushing into the sea, from the outermost part of heaven, from the northwest, south, and the east. That you breathe on this people, fill up their lungs with everything you be, that they may live and stand up on their feet, an exceeding army. My dry wet, my bones covered with flesh, my cold turned to warm blood, my heart beat in my chest as I stood up. Stretched, I'm not ever depressed. I know how to be blessed. Look up, round, now kiss max. And if nobody you listen,
Till the wind come from the east,
I'ma prophesy to this wind.
from the west, north, south.
I'm gonna prophesy to this wind. Son of man, can these bones
I
live?
command thee in the name of the high.
Prophesy to this wind.
Wow.
I'm gonna prophesy to this wind. He who got an ear, let them hear.
Breathe upon these slain
No
bones.
time for thinking about what they be dreaming about. I just be bringing it out. I'ma prophesy to this
Till
wind.
they flesh cover them above.
I'ma prophesy to this wind.
Till they heart pump full of warm
I'm
blood.
gonna prophesy to this wind.
And full of warm love, cub bang. Read the Bible, Matthew 24:14. In this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached. Now this gospel shall be accepted. Shall be preached. And this gospel shall be loved. Shall be preached. Now this gospel shall be watered down to spare our feelings. Shall be preached. Shall be preached. Whether we accept it or not. Whether we hear or forbear. Whether we love it or not. Whether it hurt our feelings or not. The Most High don't care about our feelings, okay? Our feelings don't change the truth. You think the Most High care about our feelings after we done went astray from His commands and did what we wanted to do? We hurt each other's feelings and lied and maimed and killed and committed adultery and traded all kind of sorceries and all that. Lifelong trespasses, spited the Most High, right? Then poked our chests out in our pride like we was big and bad, like we was somebody, like we was above Him and didn't need Him and could have did it all on our own without Him, right? Lifelong trespasses.
Your feelings my foot. He like, never mind your feelings, you, your pride, your soul, and your feelings about to go burn forever in hell. Huh? He like, never mind your feelings, I got somewhere I'm about to put you. See what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be thinking about our feelings then. So now, regardless of how we feel about his will, this gospel shall be preached. Preached to who? In all the world. To all the world. That's the who is gonna be preached to. For a witness. For a witness. We know what a witness is. A witness is the proof. The separate entity of testimony that's either gonna work in your favor or against you. The witness is the proof that it reached you, okay? And that you heard it. You either accepted it or rejected it. That's the witness. Could be a person, place, or thing. That means he gonna show you when you was warned, where you was warned, who warned you, all that. That's the witness. How you accepted or rejected it. That's the witness. That mean it was recorded, okay? That mean you ain't gonna be able to deny it. He gonna pull out receipts. He gonna have invoices on you. That mean you ain't gonna be able to say that you didn't know, right? That's why this gospel shall be preached. And it's being preached to all the world. Because it's a witness. None of them excuses gonna work out for you, right? Reading on. Unto all nations, not just to the Gentile. Unto all nations, not just to the Israelites. Unto all nations. Unto all nations. See, that right there is how we know that we ain't getting off the hook just because we are Israelite. Like we get a special pass or something just because we the chosen people of the Most High. Nah. Whatever corner of the world you was located in, this word gonna reach you. Whatever your nationality is, whoever you are, wherever you live, it's gonna come before you. And you're going to have the chance to either hear or forbear. And after all this, what? Then shall the end come. And then shall the end come. Then the light's going out, right? That's when we can have a judgment, huh? That's when we're going to take it before the throne to be judged. Just like a courtroom. They bit that from the Most High. All they did was copy this, right? Look, trip off this. You have a law or some rules, right? You have trespasses or broken laws. Then you have witnesses and evidence, right? The devil is like the DA trying to get you punished, right? Yeshua is like the lawyer, which is your only fighting chance, right? Trip though, but the Most High is that judge. Kind of whatever that judge order in his rule, right? Then that's your fate. He deciding your fate, right? You got your wins and losses, you got your acquittals and damnation, just like a courtroom, same thing. But that's what's gonna happen when the end comes. Precept, get it some more. Ezekiel 2:3-7. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that had rebelled against me. They and their fathers have trespassed against me, even unto this very day. Most High speaking, even unto this very day. They still transgressing against Ahai, which transgressing is sinning, right? And why are they doing this? For they are impudent children, because they are impudent children, okay? Impudent. H7186 in your Strongs, meaning stiff-necked, right? Hard and cruel. We hard and cruel, right? Look that up. And what else are they, Ezekiel? And stiff-hearted. We stiff-hearted, huh? We stubborn. That means we stubborn. We won't change our hearts, right? We hard-hearted. So I do send thee unto them. So the Most High sending us to them. And thou shalt say unto them, when he sends us to them, what shall we be saying? Thus saith the Most High thy power. Thus saith the Most High your power. So that means these are the words of the Most High God, okay? So off top, this ain't no man's message, okay? This is the Most High commanding us this. Reading on. 5, and they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Okay, whether they hear or forbear. Whether they hear it or not. Whether they accept this message or refuse this message, okay? Why he gotta tell us this before we go before our own people? Why he gotta prepare us for our people's reaction? Listen to this. For they are a rebellious house. Because they're a rebellious house, that's why. He gotta speak to prepare us when we getting ready to go before our own people with his message. Because they are a rebellious house, right? Reading on. Yet shall know. Okay, so even though they are rebellious, yet shall they know what? That there has been a prophet among them. Bang. Though they are rebellious, they know when they didn't have a prophet among them, right? They know when they didn't have somebody before them with the Most High's message. Soon as they hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes when they don't want to receive the message, they're going to try to flip it on you, right? And try to make it like it ain't the Most High's message and like it's just your message, right? You know, they flip it like this so that they don't got to listen to you, right? They don't got to take you serious or nothing. But nah, they know when they didn't have the word of the Most High among them, Amon. They know it. They know it ain't the desire of your own heart that you bringing them. They know when they've been brought the Most High's word. But they say stuff like, oh, that's your truth. That's not my truth, that's your truth, right? And trip this. From there, they're going to be trying to come for you, right? Behind what they are calling your truth. It's about to go down. Watch this. 6, and thou, but thou is you. So you who? Son of man, did you come out the loins of a man? Okay, then this is talking to you. Thou, son of man, what? Be not afraid of them. Don't be afraid of them. Cub bang, because they gonna be trying to come for you. How they gonna come for us, Father? Neither be afraid of their words. Cub pow, by their words, that's how they gonna come for us. They gonna start talking smack, right? To your face, behind your back, all that. They gonna seek to utterly destroy you, right? They gonna turn folks against you and all of that. Folks you thought you had in your corner, they gonna turn against you, right? You gonna go from a friend to an enemy all of a sudden, right? Reading on. Though briars and thorns be with thee, right? So though briars and thorns be with you, you know the stigmas they gonna put on you and whatnot, right? Because they gonna put stigmas on you. You gonna be like marked among folks, and it's gonna hurt. They're like briars and thorns, right? You getting stuck, you getting pricked, right? They pricking you, right? Like if you was doing your thing and then all of a sudden, ouch, right? You getting snagged, right? That means these words is gonna affect you. They're gonna sting. They're gonna hurt your character and all that. Though briars and thorns be with you, what? And thou dost dwell among scorpions. Woo, call them scorpions, con. These words are like the stinger of a scorpion, okay? You getting stung. Make no mistake, you are among venomous scorpions. Okay? Though we gotta share this world, in this life, in this truth among these scorpions, what? Be not afraid of their words. Don't be scared of that, huh? Be not afraid of their words. They gonna threaten you and all that. They gonna tell you what they gonna do about you if you don't stop and all of that. So what? Prophesy anyway. Speak truth anyway. Deliver the Most High's message anyway. Say what we all gonna need to do to get to the next level anyway. Say what we gonna have to do to please the Father and get on the proper side of His judgment anyway, okay? Who cares what they gonna say about you? You ain't in this for you. You in this for the Most High and His people, right? Read no. Nor be dismayed at their look, nor be dismayed at their looks. Be not troubled, okay, by how they gonna be looking at you, because they gonna be looking at you crazy, right? They disgust gonna be all over their face sometimes when they deal with you. So what? Let them look at you however they feel like it. Don't be dismayed by that or troubled by that. Read on. Though they be a rebellious house. Don't be scared of them words and them threats and them looks. Though they be a rebellious house, right? This house is dangerous, right? Okay, you are indeed among scorpions, okay? Yeah, they rebellious. Yeah, they be then try to cash in on them looks and them venomous words and them threats. They are a rebellious house. They ain't playing. Yeah, they be then try to got violent with you and all that. You know how Israel is, baby. We be ready to scrap or worse. So what? Prophesy anyway, saith for height. We can't let that stop the work, right? Be the next martyr if you got to, if it be a highest will, right? Great. He'll receive you with open arms then. If they murk you for this, you just bought yourself a ticket to the discipleship, right? John 15 and 13, right? There is no greater love than a man that lay down his life for his friends, for this truth, right? For the iron. Verse 7, and thou shalt speak my words unto them. So what? Speak the Most High's word anyway. Prophesy anyway. Don't let none of that stop the work. Whether they will hear, whether they hear, because if you gonna hear it and love it, right? They're gonna love that message from the Most High. They're gonna love you for bringing that message from the Most High and really get themselves together. And that's who we doing this for. Those that will hear. And what else? Let's go. Or whether they forbear. Or whether they forbear, huh? Whether they choose not to hear. Believe it or not, we doing it for them too. For them to refuse the Father's beck and call, right? This has to be established that they have disregarded the Father's word, right? Back to Matthew 24 and 14 again, right? What it say? For a witness, right? This is that witness. You see how that's tying together again? These are precepts, okay? This has to happen before the end come, right? They sealing their own fate by this. They don't even know it. For they are most rebellious, because they are most rebellious. This is what's going to solidify that they are a rebellious house, right? This is that witness that they are a rebellious house. This is that evidence that they are a rebellious house. This is that proof, right? This is establishing why the book is calling them this in the first place, right? Read this book and then look at the world and then tell me this book ain't telling the truth, right? So yes, that's a part of the work too. We doing this for both sides, for the hearers and the forebearers, right? And then shall the end come, and then the Father gonna take it from there. Our work is done. Precept, let's go deeper on this. 2 Timothy 4 and 1 through 3. I charge thee therefore before the Most High. I charge you before the Most High. There go that witness again. This gospel shall be preached as a witness. Okay, as a witness before who? Come on with it. In thy power, Yasha the Christ, and before Christ Yeshua. Why are you charging me this before the Most High in Christ? Who shall judge the quick and the dead? Because Christ coming to judge the quick and the dead. That's why. That's why this witness is being recorded. Because Christ coming down to judge the quick and the dead. The quick is the side you want to be on. And the dead is the side that you don't want to be on, okay? So like I just said up there, they sealing their own fate by this. I didn't pull no rabbit out my hat with that. All of these forebearers are sealing their own fates. He coming to judge the quick, who was quick to hear, right? That mean you alive. Quick to get on it, quick to believe, right? They was quick to move accordingly when it came their way, right? And the forebearers were not quick, they were dead. They didn't care, right? They heard it and told you to go take a hike, right? And chose to stay dead. Chose to stay dried out in that valley, right? With the rest of the bone. So that they could continue on with their folly, And Yasha gonna handle both the quick and the dead when? At his appearing and his kingdom. At his appearing and his kingdom. So he gonna handle all this when he crack the sky. He coming to set it straight, right? At his appearing and at his kingdom. He gonna pop up and appear for the forebearers that didn't believe in him. And he bringing the kingdom to the hearers, right? That heard and believed and endured. But until that time come, remember Timothy said, I charge you, right? Before the Most High in Christ. What was Timothy charging us right here? Verse 2. 2. Preach the word. Preach the word. Kabang. And this gospel shall be what? Preached, right? Preach the word. These are precepts, okay? These are cousins, all right? But that's what we was charged to do. Preach the word. Preach it how? Be instant. Preach it instant. That's how. Quick, fast, in a hurry, right? Yeshua coming to judge who? The quick, right? And the dead. So don't be dead, right? Be quick. Be instant. At the drop of a hat, be ready to let it fly, right? Okay, be instant. Reading on. In season. Be instant in season. When you fishing with dynamite, when you the man. When they receptive to the word, right? When they eager to hear it and you got it and you spilling it, right? That's in season, and out of season. And out of season, when the fish ain't bite, when it's a struggle, right? When you're having a hard time, when you're being frowned upon, when it feel like the whole world is just so in love with wickedness, right? When you are not the man, when you the bad guy, and they eager to forbear, that's out of season. Out of season meaning it ain't no good time for this, all right? That's when you catching them briars and them thorns, okay? That's when you're getting snagged, getting hated, you're getting slandered, your name and your character getting tarnished about this truth and all that, okay? That's out of season. Folks is coming for you publicly, secretly, all that, right? Brothers and sisters is turning on you. Everything Ezekiel 2 was just talking about. You among scorpions, right? And their words are stinging you. They looking at you crazy. Everything Ezekiel 2 was just saying, right? That's the out season. And just like the Most High told Ezekiel back then, again, what do? Reprove. Reprove them then. Prophesy anyway. Don't back down. Don't be scared of their words. Don't be scared of their looks and their threats. Stand on the higher word, though they be a rebellious house. So what? Don't be shocked when you find out that you among scorpions. Cause let me tell you, you among scorpions, okay? I'll never forget the first time I looked around and realized I was among scorpions, Like, wow, wait a minute, I thought I was just greeted with a shalawam. These folks here don't care nothing about the Most High in Christ and righteousness, right? These fringes around here don't mean nothing, baby. But remember, they are impudent and hard-hearted in a rebellious house. So, rebuke, prophesy anyway. Rebuke them, prophesy anyway. That's when it totally got ugly, If you gotta rebuke them, that's when the dust getting ready to come off your feet on them, right? As a testimony against them, right? That's straight up Maccabee mode right there if you gotta rebuke them. But that ain't it. And what else? Exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Okay, so exhort, that's gentle. That means you done softened up on them. After that reproof and that rebuke, right? That means you comforted them now. That means you praying with them and over them and for them now, right? G38 and 70, look it up. That's the word exhort. That means you trying everything for this people, right? They bucked, you got rough, you reprove, you rebuke, you softened up, you trying everything, right? And exhorted, you trying everything to reach this people. Because some don't hear gentleness, right? Remember they scorpion. So sometimes it's gonna take you kindling up in the spirit, right? And going back and forth with them for them to even hear, right? You turn up on them and you're gonna park them, right? You're gonna put them in their place according to the word, long suffering and doctrine, right? So it's got to be according to the doctrine. And we know the doctrine is what Christ taught, right? That's the only way some people can receive it. They laugh at gentleness, right? Like, get your punk self out of here, right? They're unable to receive it like that. And others ain't gonna be able to receive it rough, right? Soon as you come off and hurt their little feelings, right? Their ears gonna close and you done. They don't want to hear nothing else you got to say, right? Because they are not hard. They more on the tender side, right? So they're like, oh, you didn't disrespect me, you know? So these are gonna be the ones that are gonna need it gentle, right? Be gentle with them. If they don't get hyped up, then you don't get hyped up. You stay calm like they calm, right? Be all things to all men that you may gain a few. That's how it goes, right? So it ain't no one way to reach everybody, right? So you're gonna have to feel around for it, right? Exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Long suffering means, man, what's gonna work, right? You suffering long. You see that? You ain't giving up, is what that means. You keeping at it until you find a sweet spot. And anytime you open in your mouth, it's gotta be according to the doctrine, right? What Christ came and taught and went to the cross for. He was gentle with many, wasn't he? He rebuked many, didn't he? He had it in season, didn't he? What about out of season? When it was time to go before Pontius, right? Stung by them scorpions and them venomous words, ain't it? Got him killed, got him put on a crucifix, right? Did they not? Okay then. He is our example. So reading on, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Why? 3, for the time will come. The time will come where what? When they will not endure sound doctrine. Pow, there it is there. They will not endure and suffer long with the doctrine, okay? They're gonna flip on it, right? They're gonna turn over on it. I have seen so many do this. They started out on the right path. They seen them looks and got stung by a few of them scorpions. Switched up real fast, right? Changed their whole little get down and spare the feelings of this rebellious house, right? Why did they do this? But after their own lust. After their own lust, that's why. That's how they could do this and fold like this, right? Because it was never really about the Most High in Christ for them or the Most High in Christ's message. Nah, it was about them. It was about they self, right? They was only interested in it while the end season was going on, huh? They was only interested in being the man, right? Being loved and accepted, right? You see that? Like the seed sower, them briars and thorns, right? Sprung up and choked the word, ain't it? Now they want to turn back after their own lust, right? Like, whoops, let me get back to this Hennessy and these blunts then and my fornication, because I didn't sign up for this, right? Oh, the scorpions don't like me anymore, right? They was out here with this sound doctrine and then, oh, the in crowd don't want me no more, right? Nobody want to be my friend no more, right? Oh, they're calling me over righteous in the super brew. What am I going to do, right? Oh, let me slide backward and get out here showing my behind, right? So that they could weasel their way back into the vast majority, right? I know a lot of brothers and sisters' skins is crawling right now because I'm talking about this, because a lot of y'all know y'all did this, right? Reading on, so they gonna ditch sound doctrine for their own lust and go where? Shall they heap to themselves teachers? Bang, after their own lust they shall heap to themselves teachers, okay? So get out my face with that sound doctrine then, right? I'm going over here where the doctrine is corrupted, right? They done heap to themselves teachers. That mean they just letting any old body just teach them anything now, right? Why? Having itching ears. Because their ears is itching, that's why. Tell me anything, please, you know? I done fell, I done folded, man, I'm back on this Hennessy, right? Tell me anything, tell me my folly is okay. Tell me somehow that it's okay and I'm still in this truth, right? Even though I done folded horribly, right? Tell me this Hennessy is okay. Yeah, there, go right there. Bring it out. Bring it out. I bring it out, right? Tell me it's cool for me to blow this blunt right now. Tell me the way I talk is cool, right? Tell me doing what I want to do on this Sabbath is all right, right? Tell me this food the Most High told me not to eat is all right, right? Just have an itching ear. Teach me anything, right? They didn't even went as far as swinging in the black power direction now, right? They over there hanging with polite now, right? All of this because they done folded and then found some other teacher. That's having itching ear. You will drop down from the pure gospel to some type of second-hand, third-hand garbage gospel, right? Some false doctrine. Hold up, that bring another one to mind. Let's veer from here and get this real quick. Isaiah 30. Hold up, let's go to Isaiah 30 real quick. That go right with this. Isaiah 30 and 10, which say to the seers, see not, you who see clear. Don't see that. What you seeing that for, right? Nah, I don't see that. Come on. And to the prophets. They know when they didn't have a prophet among them, right? They know when somebody done brought on the Most High word. They say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, what they saying to the prophets now? Prophesy not unto us right thing. Pow, please don't tell me this Hennessy ain't no good for me, right? Get out of here with your sound doctrine. Speak unto us smooth things. Please tell me it's okay if I fire up this perp right now, right? If I fire up this kush, right? They done got away from the ones that's really trying to walk the walk, right? And then went over here to this other group, right? This group that's lax in they walk and just do whatever they want to do, right? They can stand there and talk the Most High good, right? But they hypocrites though, right in front of your face. They don't even care. They don't even care what you think when you look at them, right? You could look at them and see the dual-mindedness, right? James 1 and 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Yeah, they halfway in the truth, but they halfway in the world, right? They want to do it, but not really, right? So nah, don't get too righteous with me then, right? Speak unto me smooth things. Prophesy deceit. Prophesy deceit. Lie to me, right? Prophesy unto me deceits, right? Tell me lies, right? Or I'm gonna turn into a scorpion on you and I'm gonna sting you, huh? With my venomous words. True story, fam. Hold up, let's veer from here again and
Get another one. I got another one coming to mind. Hold up. Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? True story. Oh, you hate me now because I won't lie to you? Because I'm still standing firm on this top tier doctrine and won't drop down to y'all secondhand false doctrine? That make me your enemy now? Somehow that qualifies me as somebody who's out to hurt you now, right? True story, fam. That's exactly how this go. Let me roll over on this sound doctrine, right? Because my ears is itchy. Lie to me. Tell me it's not over for me, right? Tell me what I'm doing is okay. Tell me the Most High is cool with how I'm walking my walk, right? Change the truth for my feelings, right? When they had it right from the beginning. From the beginning, it was the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit that came and got them out of that valley of the dry bones, right? And had them on the right path, right? When they was humbling themselves, right? And just happy to be learning something and to be among some true brews, right? Getting the truth and was spreading love. Happy to be among the devout, right? Then their feet go to slipping, now they mad at you, right? And unfortunately, more of them gonna do that than the ones that's gonna stick, right? So you see this crowd of folders growing, right? And this small little crowd of devout getting smaller and smaller, right? And then this big old crowd of folders start turning on this little crowd of the devout, right? Still on the top tier doctrine. Then you find yourself in a situation where you got to either choose the invisible Most High or this big old crowd of folders standing in front of you, right? Now you done voluntarily plunged yourself back into this valley of bones, right? And let yourself dry back out. That's what's going on among us, I am. Seen it 1,000 times in my 11 years, going on 12 years in this Bible, huh? It'll be 12 years for me come November. And I got faces flashing right now. So many brothers and sisters that folded just like this. Who did this, right? Just how this book is describing right now. This book don't lie nor exaggerate, not a nan, jot, or a tittle. In fact, this is the number one way we fold, right? It's behind how we treat each other, right? By offenses. That's why I'm dropping this. Trying to strengthen the brethren and help condition y'all to endure this, right? This devout circle, right? Because the time gonna come where you gonna look around and you gonna feel alone, right? And you gonna feel like you fighting to remain amongst this community that don't desire you, right? Because we got in season and out season. And sometimes you just gonna have to be all right with the out season, regardless, right? You can't just volunteer to go lay yourself back down in that valley of dry bones, right? You gotta stay on your feet with your flesh on, with your flesh covering your bones, right? In a sound thinking mind, right? In a warm feeling heart, with your lungs pumping the holy ruach, right? Allowing those four winds to come from the east, west, north, and south and keep filling your lungs, right? That holy ruach, right? That spirit, right? Can't go lay back down in that valley. Why not? Let's go here right fast. Let's finna break it down. Watch this. Precept. Galatians 6:8-10. For he that soweth to the flesh. For he that soweth to the flesh. So you a dry bone in this valley, right? And then that flesh came. That's us finding out who we are again, right? That flesh came and covered us above, right? Like Ezekiel 37 say. That flesh covered you above. And now you're looking at your own flesh saying, hey, I'm an Israelite, baby, right? That's the flesh. So he that soweth to the flesh what? Shall of the flesh reap corruption. Shall of the flesh reap corruption. If you sow everything to that flesh, if you pour everything into just being an Israelite, if being an Israelite is your be all to end all, then that ain't gonna reap nothing to you but corruption, huh? That's telling us that just waking up to the flesh and the truth of who we are, that ain't enough, huh? That ain't enough, huh? That alone ain't gonna cut it. You still gonna reap corruption to yourself, okay? You're gonna die. Hell about to be full of Israelites, huh? I'm sorry to say it. This sand of the sea was just made to just go into the center of the earth after death, right? That nation that fell in that valley and went to sleep until they dried out, skeletal remains, right? Okay, they knew they were Israelites, okay? They fell there for wickedness, right? So when that flesh come back and you stand up on your feet, what you gonna do? Get back wicked? It's not to get back to that same wickedness, right? If you wake back up and do this, you are still at risk of reaping corruption, okay? But what? But he that soweth to the spirit. But now he that soweth to that spirit, Jack, huh? Now that's what's gonna separate you from that valley and that risk, right? Ain't that when them dry bones in Ezekiel 37 began to live? When them four winds was prophesied to and came into their lungs and gave them life. That's what completed that exceeding great army, wasn't it that? That's when you've sown to the Spirit. Shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. That's what completed that exceeding great army. That's when you got a kingdom coming, huh? That's when you about to be successful at the redemption. When you sow to the Spirit. That's how you reap everlasting life. That's the only way you're gonna get it. Ain't no other way. That's the only way it's gonna happen. It's by that wind coming and breathing on these bones. The flesh gonna cover the bones. The bones gonna stand up. The bones gonna breathe in the holy ruach. That's the only way up out this valley, fam. Okay? okay? And it's Judah on mine. I love that, okay? I love that I'm an Israelite from the same tribe as Christ. I don't think nobody probably loved that more than me, right? But I also know that that ain't enough. I also know that that don't mean nothing if I don't sow to the spirit, am I? Nah, we gotta lay in that valley of bones and see that flesh cover us above, and then start seeking how to sow to that spirit, and how to be filled with that spirit, right? That's the realest thing I'm ever gonna say to you. And how do we sow to this spirit, Paul? 9, and let us be not weary in well-doing. We can't get tired and grow weary of well-doing, we gotta fall in love with well-doing, just doing good. That's how you get it. You gotta always do what's right, and you can't grow tired of it. You gotta endure doing right. No matter what happened, you gotta keep on. You gotta love doing it. You gotta love seeing it be done by others and all that, by those around you. You can't be looking at your brothers and sisters doing good and get jealous, right? You gonna fold like that, I guarantee you. You can't endure looking at well-doing like that. You can't endure like that if that's the way you see the well-doing. You can't feel lesser than because you see your bro and your sis on the level that you ain't on yet. That's showmanship. They showing you the way. They showing you what you could look forward to when you get to that level, on your journey. You can't let the well-doing be a sour taste in your mouth. I guarantee you, you're gonna be a dropout. You're gonna drop out. You gotta love the idea of well-doing, okay? Never mind who turned on you or how, with their looks and venomous words and threats, or none of that. All of that is Satan trying to get in the way of your progress, Nah, you gotta do good regardless. In fact, the best way to combat bad is by good. See, it's common for us to see bad things happening to us, right? And then stoop down to fight back with bad, right? No, fight back with good. Try it out. See how it works. See how that simmer you down, right? See how that joy leap up in you, right? That's the Most High appreciating that and appreciating you leaning on well-doing. But you'll never know what I'm talking about if you don't do it. Shoot a compliment back at an insult and see what I'm talking about. Right? Be the best you could be for a hire. Don't let no man beguile you of your reward and hinder that, Go as high as you could go, pierce the clouds on your way up out of here, Why? For in due season ye shall reap. For in due season you will reap. That's why. There go that in season again. It ain't gonna always be out of season. The day's gonna come where it's in season and you gonna reap. That reap is the in season, okay? Like if you got a garden, you ain't gonna just be doing all that digging and planting and watering and pruning, right? Doing all this labor for nothing. Nah. The day gonna come, right, where you gonna get some fruit, right, and some vegetables or whatever, right, whatever you growing, whatever the reason why you doing it, you're gonna taste that one day, right? You're gonna be making lemonade, right? You're gonna be making vegetable soup from out your garden, right? If we faint not, but not if you stop, you ain't. If we faint not, if you stop laboring in your garden, then you ain't gonna have no garden, right? When that reap season come, you gonna be naked. Your neighbor's gonna be living it up, right? You gonna be looking over their fence like, dang, I should have kept watering these joints, right? Should have kept taking care of my fruit and vegetables, right? 10, as we have therefore the opportunity. We had the same opportunity our neighbor had with their garden. We could have kept up with ours like they kept up with theirs. Now we looking over the fence like, oh, that's what it's gonna be like when the truth back in season, when it's time to reap off our labor. Harvest time, right? So long as you got the opportunity, keep laboring. What labor? What is the labor that this is talking about? It's finna tell us, watch this. Let us do good unto all men. It's the well-doing, It's doing good unto each other, fam. It's doing good unto all men. That's the well-doing that this is talking about. Do good to all men. Don't be one of the rebellious ones in the house, right? Don't be one with the dirty looks, right? And the venomous words like a scorpion, Remember all that? Do good to all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. Hold up. Especially unto those who are of the household of faith. Especially those who you see trying to do the things that the Most High said do. Well, I tell you, it's going to be some heads rolling when Yeshaya get back behind the way that we treated those who was of the household of faith, I'm just prophesying to the wind right now. I'm just talking to the sky crack. Me, he who have an ear, he who have an ear, he who have an ear. Let him hear, let him hear. Amos 3 and 6 through 8. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and thy power have not done it? 7. Surely the Most High thy power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. 8. The lion have roared, who will not fear? The Most High thy power have spoken. Who can but prophesy? Acts 2 and 18 through 21. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. 19, I will shew wonders in the heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. 20, the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and notable day of thy power come. 21, and it shall come to pass, that whosoever shall call upon the name of thy power shall be saved. Shall be saved. Shall be saved.